All right, welcome back to Coffee Cafe. Before we start week 4, right? Last that we left off was the trial balance for week 3, okay? We were off by a penny, okay? So here, I already, when I posted the answers, I've actually highlighted where that missing penny was. So in this case, when I originally journalized this, it was originally was $889.68. So that's what threw us off by that 1 penny. Okay, so it should be in our bank account. We should have 2,897.65 instead of 64. Okay, so I've already made a note right here that is the change that we needed to make. All right, and that is what made our books balance. Okay, so in this case we had a total of $83,284.15 on the debit side and on the credit side. So in this case we can now go ahead and proceed to move on with week 4. So that's essential. Okay, so that's why I was telling you, if your journals do not match, or if your trial balance does not match, and you checked your balances, right? You have to go through every single transaction to make sure that you've gone through it all. So last time, right, we did end up getting a balance. I already figured out my last mistake was I accidentally debit or credited something instead of debited. But then I got off by a penny at the end. But all my journal transactions was correct. But right here, because I missed this small number, right? This 9 looks very, very close to an 8. So it was very, very easily misread. And that's what I was telling you. You have to take your time and go through every single transaction. So again, that's what's the most important, is that you need to match your books at the end of the day, okay? Before you can move on. You cannot move on with that 1 penny missing, because then all of your numbers are going to be off at one point, okay? So there it is, okay? I am at $2,897.65 in the checking account, all right? And that was the reason why I was off, okay? So other than that, we can now go ahead and proceed to our next week, right? Because since the trial balance is done, we can go ahead and proceed from there. Okay? So let's put this down. Okay. So let's see. Here is a scenario for week 4. Okay? We're going to be in our journal here. This is where we left off right here, right at the end of page 10 here. And let's see if this is enough to put in this transaction here. All right, so in this case, on Saturday, June 22nd, we end up purchasing from wholesale food store, okay? This is what we bought, okay? Sales receipt, we bought 60 pounds of sugar, and then we bought 15 cases of non-dairy creamer, 12-pack, and here is the receipt. And we paid with a Visa, with a business credit card. So, how do I journalize this transaction? What did I buy?
sugar and non-dairy creamer.
We bought some sugar and we bought some creamer. Okay. Now let's take a look at my chart of accounts. I know that this does exist because we've already purchased them before. There you go. Sugar is $11,770 and creamer is $11,775. And how did we pay for it?
Visa.
For how much in grand total? How much was my sugar?
$21.60.
And how much was my creamer?
$244.95.
Good, which gave us a grand total of the $66.55. Okay. We have all the information we need, right? Who did we buy it from, or where did we buy it from? Right? What's proof of our transaction here? The sales receipt number 5534875. Okay? Well, that should be good enough. Okay? So perfect. We ended our transaction at the very bottom of the general journal, page 10, and there's no space enough for another transaction to fit there. So in this case, that means this is the last transaction for page 10, and then next transaction we will move on to page 11. Okay. So there we go. We completed the journal. What's next?
A ledger.
We got to go to the ledger. Okay, so we bought some sugar. So in grand total, how much is my ending balance in my sugar account?
$43.20.
$43.20. Good. Creamer, we bought 15 cases of a 12 pack. Okay, which cost $16.33 each. Okay, which cost me a grand total of $244.95. So what's my ending balance in my creamer account? What's the ending balance in my creamer account if I just added $244.95 to my creamer account?
293.94.
Good. 293.94. Okay. And then last but not least, we need to update our credit card because we charged more money on our credit card. So Visa payable, here we are. What did we buy? Sugar and creamer for a total of $266.55. So now that I charged more money on my credit card, what is my ending balance on my credit card?
$1,169.62.
Good, right? We owe a lot of money in general, plus our credit card. Not doing so good, but that's okay. That's the part of doing business, right? And last but not least, we need to update our subsidiary ledger in case for any reason we need to return our sugar or our creamer. So in this case, vendor, wholesale foods. Okay. Okay. What was the sales receipt number? Oh no, it's the same exact one. So 5534875 is the same exact one, right? Okay, let's change it up just a bit so that we can. Okay, let's change it to 920. Okay. For 266.55, and because we used our business credit card to pay for it, it acts as if we it paid it off, right? So therefore, I should owe $0, but I owe now an additional $266.55 to my credit card. Okay. So then, that is it. Okay. So that means now the next transaction that we deal with is going to start on the General Journal, page 11. Okay? So let's see what has happened next. It says that we end up receiving from Atlas Coffee Importers. Okay? What did we receive? What did we receive?
Regular and supreme coffee.
We received our regular and supreme coffee. So in this case, I found the exact transaction here. So I'm just going to copy and paste it. Okay. We received this right here, invoice number 344. Okay. We get our discount at 1%, 15 net 30. Okay, Atlas Coffee Importers. There you go. So that's fine. All right. So, how much regular coffee did I purchase?
$171.25.
25. Okay. And then how much Supreme coffee did I purchase? Giving me a grand total of $370 even. Okay. Since my freight is separate, I'm going to go ahead and do the freight as well. Okay, so in this case, freight. Okay, so I got freight line delivery from Atlas Coffee Importers. Invoice number 628. Amount due $62.50 COD. So what does COD tell us to do?
To deliver coffee for the amount of $62.50 COD.
What does COD stand for?
Cash on delivery.
Cash on delivery. So what does that tell us to do?
Add the delivery fee.
Okay, but what does COD? You said cash on delivery. What is that?
Oh, cash. That we're gonna get cash.
Yes, or we're going to be writing a check because we don't have cash on our hands. We do, but it's in that cash register. We cannot take money from the cash register, right? We technically could take the money from the petty cash, but in this case, I don't want you to because it's very extremely important. When you are keeping a nice paper trail, you should not use cash, especially for delivery, right? Because they can claim that they never received the money from you. Okay, so best form of transaction is to write a check. So in this case, today is the 22nd. We wrote a check for $62.50 to Freight Line. Okay. For what reason? Shipping costs for coffee. Okay. So we got check number 1521. So how do I split this freight?
In half.
So in this case, 62.50 divided by 2 gives you $31.25. So therefore, your grand total is 62.50. All right, so now that we finish our journal, we need to update our ledger. Okay. Let's see, starting with our regular coffees. Okay. Right here, regular coffee. We purchased 125 pounds. Okay. General Journal 10 or 11 for a total of 171.25. So, what should be my account balance now?
$222.64.
222.64.
Wait, what were we adding?
The 160.
Plus the 62.50.
Oh, okay. Not 62.50. Remember, we split it in half. So you added the freight, huh? Let me just go ahead and we also had shipping charges, right? But the shipping we didn't put all 62.50, right? We had to split it in half to $31.25, right? So in this case, you're supposed to have $362.64. Right? So good. We need to update my Supreme coffee because we purchased 125 pounds, but we also incurred some shipping costs. Okay, let's see. How much did I buy my Supreme coffee for? $198.75 plus $31.25. What's my ending balance in my Supreme coffee account? right? I should get $417.37. Right? Let's see what's next. I have an accounts payable that I need to put in because I owe money for this invoice here. For invoice number 344. Which increased my liabilities by $370. Okay? Right? Which increased my liabilities to $16,744.95. Okay? And last but not least, I also need to update my checking account because my checking account, right, I end up writing another check. So I decrease the value of my checking account. So in this case, right, check number 1521, which I cut the check for $62.50. So what's my ending balance in my checking account? If I started out with $2,897.65 in my checking account and I just wrote a check for $62.50, how much should I have left in my checking account?
$2,960.15.
Good. All right, so that concludes my general ledger, right? I also need to update my subsidiary ledger because I owe more money now to Atlas Coffee. Here you go, Atlas Coffee. We received 125 pounds of regular coffee and we received 125 pounds of Supreme Coffee. Invoice number 344, General Journal, page 11. Terms, same thing, 1% 15, net 30. So in this case, right, if we received it on the 22nd, right, that means, let's see, for us to receive the discount, we need to pay by July 7. And if not, the bill is due on July 22nd. Okay? For the amount of $370. And because we didn't make a payment and we owe it, therefore we added another $370 to what we owe. So we owe Atlas Coffee Importers in general a total of $1,098.75. I'm going to also update Freightline to make sure that my check does go through, right? In this case, when it say delivery, delivered 250 pounds of coffee. check number 1521, 628, COD, okay, for $62.50, which we wrote a check out, check number 1521, and made a payment of $62.50. Okay. Therefore, I don't owe anything to Freightline. And this ensures that I made a payment to this transaction here. Okay? And that I wrote a check, which is a paper trail to say that this is proof of a transaction. Okay? Now, before you go to the inventory worksheet, I want you to make sure that you do check this amount off on your purchase orders, just so that we can confirm that we received our coffee for the $370 right here, $370. Okay? Invoice number 344. Okay, so we did receive our coffee. So right now, no more purchase orders as of now. So that means we received everything that we ordered, right? So now we either order more or we wait. Okay? So like I mentioned, right, we just purchased inventory. So we need to update our inventory. We bought 125 pounds of regular coffee at $1.37, which gave us that $171.25. We had to pay shipping of $31.25. So what's my grand total here? What's my total cost? What's my grand total cost? If I have $171.25 plus $31.25. Two, zero, two, 5, 0. So what do we do when so our costing method is moving average. So what do we do when we made a purchase of inventory? Jawari, can you answer the question?
No, sorry, I don't know.
Yes, you do know. We did this yesterday. Or we did this Tuesday. What do I do when I make a purchase of inventory? And I'm using moving average.
Oh, so yeah, 160.14.
Okay, what do we do with that number?
So do you want like how much it costs us, right?
No, right now I just purchased inventory, right? If right now I have 99.5 pounds at $160.14.
Mm-hmm.
I just purchased 125 pounds more. So right now, how many pounds do I have now?
So we was having a 160.
Not the total cost right now. I'm focusing on my quantity. If I started out with 99.5 pounds of coffee, right? I just purchased 125. So what does that tell me? How many pounds of coffee do I have?
Oh, we need to add 100 with 99 point. Point.
Yes.
Okay. 199, like a half pound.
Okay.
199 and a
Not
half.
199 because you bought 125 pounds.
Oh, we bought 120 pound with the 99.
125 pounds with yes, and 99.5 is what we have in our inventory.
Okay, now we have 224.5.
Good. Okay.
Sorry.
Now
Okay.
I need to have my total cost because my original that I have
So,
in my balance is 160.14 and I just added another $202.50. So what's my grand total cost now?
4.5 by 1.6 0 9
No, 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 no. I'm asking you what the total cost is. If I started out with $160.14 and I just purchased another $202.50, what's my grand total cost right now?
um, I thought we need to do 224 by 1.6, correct?
Not by. If your account balance for 99.5 pounds gives you a total of 160.14, I just purchased 125 pounds for $202.50. Right now, I want you to tell me what is my ending balance right now? How much do I have right now for the $224? I'm for the 224.5 pounds. How much is my total cost? Add the two numbers.
So now 125 by uh,
No, no, you don't know what the average cost is. That's exactly what you're trying to solve. You can't solve an average cost if you don't have a total cost. You
so
don't know what this average cost is.
mhm.
So in this case, I need to figure out what my total cost is. Right now, before I made the purchase, my ending balance was 160.14. I just purchased $202.50.
So we minus the 160.
Why are we minusing? I just purchased.
Okay, we need to add
We need to
100,
add.
160 with 202 50, correct?
Yes.
Okay, add. Okay, 202 point 50. Add one. Oh, it's coming. 202.50. Add 160.14. We got 362.64.
Good.
Okay.
Now, in this case, I have the calculation in my Excel to automatically calculate what my average cost is.
Mm-hmm.
Average cost per item. So that means every pound that I sell from this 224.5 pounds, it's going to cost me $1.61532.
Mm-hmm.
okay? Because I already have the formula calculating for me that my average cost, if I have a total of 362 and 64 cents, and I'm dividing it by the total quantity of 224, every pound is going to cost me $1.61532. Okay?
Yes.
Who are you texting right now?
No, I don't text. It's just go. I was like sending something to my son. It's just go now. Doesn't go because I have bad signal. It's just go now.
Okay, so that's the regular coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So now let's go ahead and do the supreme coffee.
Yes.
Supreme coffee. I purchased, how many pounds did I purchase?
We purchase spring coffee.
How many pounds?
Spring coffee. We purchase 125. One
At how much?
by 1.59. We got 198.75 cent.
Was it 155? 59.
59.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We had freight of $31.25. So right now, how much is my total cost?
So we need to add the freight, the 31, correct? With the 198, add 31.25.
Good. And what do you get?
We got 229, 5.
No, because you got 75 plus 25, that gives you a whole dollar. So in this
Mm-hmm.
case, you have a total of $230.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now in this case, I'm using FIFO.
Yes, first come first.
Yeah, first come, first go, right? So in this
Mm-hmm.
case, I need to figure out what it's gonna cost me per item for this batch. How do I solve for my cost per item?
How do I sell for um cost?
For this batch of inventory, right? Because I have to sell it separately, right?
Yes, we
How
divide to 30 by how much we purchase. We purchase 17.5.
no,
I know 25.
we purchase 125.
Yeah, divide here 230 divide by 125. We got 400 and
No,
400 and
you multiplied.
huh?
You're dividing, not multiplying.
Oh, I divide. Okay, here 1 2 3 0 divide,
Yes.
correct? Okay, 125. Oh, we got 184.
$1.
84.
Okay, good. $1.84. So now we need to put this into our list of inventory because we have 125 pounds at $1.84.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which gave us a total of 230. So right now we have a total of 227 and a half pounds at 417.37. Okay,
Yes.
good. We're done. Okay. So let's see what has happened next. All right, so here, what did we do? What did we do on Saturday?
Uh, June Saturday. Delivery restaurant. What is this?
What does it say up here?
Deliver
We
to
did good.
great restaurant.
We delivered to great restaurant. So in this case, how do we journalize that we delivered to great restaurant? When we delivered to great restaurant, what happened?
When we delivered, we didn't pay them yet, right?
Who is great restaurant?
We need to pay them because
Why do we need to pay them? Who is
no,
great
no, no.
restaurant?
They need to pay us.
They need to pay us. They are our customer. So if they are my customer, then what happened to these coffees?
Oh, we give them discount.
No.
Oh.
This is a receipt.
And charge them tax
We no.
because our customer.
It's our customer, but we sold to them as wholesale, so they're tax exempt. We talked about this on Tuesday as well. So in this case, right, I didn't charge them tax because they are a wholesaler. Now, what did I do in this transaction? If I delivered to Great Restaurant, what did I do? What did
I hire somebody to deliver to them.
I'm not talking about that. Why? If I delivered to Great Restaurant, what did I do? What did I do with these 75 pounds?
I sell.
You sold them. Good. Okay. All right. My questions I'm asking are not as complicated as you think they are.
Yeah.
Okay. So in this case, right, we sold to Great Restaurant. What did we sell to them?
We coffee. Oh, Supreme coffee.
Good. Right. We sold regular coffee and Supreme coffee.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so how did they pay me?
How they did pay me? What is the delivery? Delivery charge invoice.
So if it's an invoice, what does that mean?
It's like checking.
No, an invoice does not mean checking.
Credit.
What kind of credit?
Business.
No.
Invoice.
If we invoice somebody, what does that tell me?
Like we pay with check.
If we invoice our customer.
It's like we put it and I don't know how do I say it. It's like same credit. They have a credit like with us.
They have a credit with us. Yeah. So what does that mean? They bought this on an account, right?
Yeah.
What account do we use to represent that they owe me money?
Payable.
That's when we owe them, when we owe other people money.
Receivable.
Accounts receivable. Okay, so we have accounts receivable. What else did we charge them for?
We charged them for the delivery.
Yes, good. So accounts receivable, we got sales for regular coffee, sales for Supreme coffee, and then we charge them a delivery fee. So here, sales, regular coffee, Supreme coffee. No ceramic coffee mugs. So in this case, I can only copy that much into my transaction here. Okay. And let's see, I can also copy the delivery charges. And I can also charge them for, not charge them, but we can also adjust our inventory. Okay, so in this case, right, How much regular coffee did I sell to them? To Great Restaurant.
Regular coffee, 75. لا.
How much?
It's cost them 246.75.
Good. And then my Supreme Coffee
70 lira. It's
to
cost them 279.30 cents.
okay. And how much did I charge for my delivery?
The delivery $30.
Good. So giving me a grand total of $556.05. Good. Matches. Okay. So we just delivered to Great Restaurant. Okay. So I finished my journal. What comes next?
Now we need to go to the door.
The ledger, right? Because we need to update that we have somebody that owes me money. Okay. So an accounts receivable. Here we go. Accounts receivable. Invoice. What was the invoice number? Oh, wait, we didn't finish our journal, actually. We had to change the description. So let's see. Who did I sell this to?
We sell to the great restaurant.
Okay. What invoice did I give them? What invoice number?
Invoice number, what is it? 104.
Okay. And what kind of terms did I give them?
We give them, if they pay in 10 days, we give them discount 1%.
Okay. If not, when did they owe me?
20.
They owe me in 20 days.
Mhm.
Good. All right. So then now we can go back. Okay. So now we can go to our ledger because now we finished our journal. So in this case, let's see. Right? This was invoice 104. Okay. Right? How much do they owe me?
Now, invoice number 11.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, they own us 500.
500 what?
500 and 100.
No. Look on your journal. How much did you record that they owe you?
556.5 cents.
Good. So in this case, I increased what customers owe me. So if I started out with $662.21 and now I have more money to add to this, how much is my ending balance in the accounts receivable account? How much do people owe me as of today?
We add the 600 with the 500, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay. 5560 5 with 662.21. We got 1,218 24.
26.
26, sorry.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
Okay, so then we also sold some coffee, right? So we have to record that in our sales. Okay, so here, regular coffee. How many pounds of my regular coffee did I sell to Great Restaurant?
We sell them 75.
We sold 75.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Supreme 70.
Well, right now we're only focusing on regular right now.
Yes.
Okay. So in this case, I sold to him $246.75. Okay. So in this case, what is my grand total account balance now? I just sold $246.75 more. So what's my ending balance in my sales for regular coffee?
We add the 246 with 240.
Yes.
How? It's 200 with 246?
Yes.
Okay. So it's 246.75. We got 493.5.
Okay, good. Okay. All right, let's see what's next. Now, Supreme Coffee. How many pounds did we sell to Great Restaurant?
70.
We sold 70 pounds.
Mhm.
Okay, good. So then let's see. It cost me, we sold to them for $279.30. So what's my ending balance?
We add the 279 with 259.
Yes.
The 259.35. It's 538.65.
Good. 538.65. Good. And then last but not least, we charge for delivery. So we need to add that to our delivery income. Okay, here's my delivery income. Right? I charged
We
another.
charged $30.
Good. We charged another $30. So what's my ending balance now?
90 with 30.
Mm-hmm.
90 with 30. We got 120.
We got 120. Good. Okay. Now, Great Restaurant owes me money. Where do I need to go next? Where do I need to go next?
Equity.
Not equity. Where do we need to go next?
Liberty.
No. Where do we need to go? Because we're dealing with a customer, right? Which list do we need to go to?
Charge customer. What is called the customer.
Customers list, right? On the
Yeah.
subsidiary ledger. So, customers, right? We got Great Restaurant. Today's the 22nd. You could say delivered order. Okay. Invoice number 104, reference number the 11. For terms, what did we give Great Restaurant? What terms did I give Great Restaurant?
1% discount in 10 days.
Okay, so in this case, 1%, 10, net 20. So in this case, when is his last day to pay in order for him to receive the discount?
20 days.
That's when it's due. But for the discount due date, right? I gave him 10 days to pay for him to take a discount. When is the 10 days?
It's gonna be July 2nd.
Good. July 2nd. And if not, it's due in 20 days, which is going to be July 12th. How much does Great Restaurant owe me right now?
They on us the 500 with the $30, right?
It,
It was five. Okay,
how
it
much
was
do they owe me?
uh, 556.5 with $30. It's 886.5.
No, look on the invoice.
Oh,
How much do they owe me?
556.5 cents.
Okay? And they didn't make a payment to me yet. So that means they owe me $556.05. Because they didn't make a payment. They didn't do anything. Okay? So right now, Great Restaurant owes me $556. Okay? All right. So, right, we have exactly how many items we sold to Great Restaurant. So now we need to update our inventory. Okay? So in this case, you can make your changes here. We sold to Great Restaurant, invoice number 104. Okay? Now, we need to figure out how much it cost us to sell these coffees. So in this case, how many pounds of regular coffee did we sell?
Regular 75.
We sold 75. So let's go to and plug that into our inventory worksheet. Okay? We're going to go under the cost of goods sold section for the regular coffee. Right? We sold how many pounds? 75 pounds, right?
Yes.
At what is my average cost right now? How much is it going to cost me per pound?
We do 75 by 1, 75, 75 by 1.6, 0.
Not 60. We're not looking above. We're looking on the right side. What is my average cost as of right now? What is my average cost per item right now?
Is it 4.5?
That's how many pounds I have.
So, 362
That's
times.
how much it cost me in grand total for all 224 pounds. I'm looking for how much it's going to cost me per pound.
So it's gonna be 75 by 1,61532.
Yes, good. So what is going to be my grand total cost of goods sold? How much is it going to cost me to sell 75 pounds at $1.61,532?
121,149.
121. You said 149. 149 tells you to round up to 15. Okay?
Yes.
Good. $121.15. Now we need to update our inventory because I no longer have 224 pounds anymore, right? I sold 75 of them. So, how do I update my inventory? If I no longer have 225 pounds or 224 pounds, how much do I have now? If I sold 75 pounds, how many pounds do I have left?
So we're gonna be minus the 75 from 224, correct?
Yes. I got rid of it. Right? So I have to subtract it. I don't have 224 pounds anymore. I sold 75.
149.5.
Good. Okay. Now, if I started out with $362.64 and I just sold $121.15, how much should be my ending balance in my regular coffee inventory?
So now we got one, two, one. We got 241, 49.
Good. All right. So in this case, my average cost per item is roughly the same. It did not change at all. Okay. All right, but I did sell $121.15. So that's what it cost me to sell 75 pounds, okay? So now I'm at Supreme Coffee, right? How many pounds of Supreme Coffee did I sell to Great Restaurant?
We sold we sold 70.
We sold 70, right? Now, if I'm using FIFO, right? Which batch of inventory am I going to sell from first?
The last one from 125.
No, that's last in, first out.
Okay, 102. We got we minus
Good,
one,
right? Now, how much did it cost me?
two. It's cost us 187 the total. But the cost by the thing 18280.
Good, okay? So that's how much it's going to cost me per pound. Now, if I sold 70 pounds, how much is it going to cost me? What's my cost of goods sold if I sold 70 pounds at $1.828?
Hello. It's 89.
Calculate that again. So if I sold 70 pounds at $1.82, how much is that going to cost me?
127.96.
Okay, good. 127.96. Okay, so now I need to update my inventory because I don't have 102 pounds anymore, right? Because I sold 70 of them. So in this case, what's 102.5 minus 70? How many pounds should I have left in this batch?
We stay have 32.5.
32 and a half. Good. So that should give me 59.41. Now let's double check that number because we want to make sure that we don't have a split penny going on. So in this case, right, I started out with 187.37, right? Minus, and we sold 127.96, right? So I should be left with 59.41. So in this case, that's correct. Okay? So here I should have a grand total of $289.41. Okay? And I sold a total of $127.15. $127.96. That's how much it cost me. So $127.96 for my Supreme, $121.15 for my regular. Okay. So now I need to update my ledger to get my numbers to match my inventory. Okay. So starting with the cost of goods sold, right? I sold 75 pounds. Okay, which cost me $121.15. Okay, so what's my ending balance?
So we need to add 242 with 121.
Okay,
121.15 add to 2 4 2 11. We got 363.26.
good. Okay, we need to also update the cost of goods sold for my Supreme coffee because we sold 70 pounds. Okay, for $127.96. Okay, so what's my ending balance here?
127.96 add with 2 6 6 13. We got 394.9.
Good. 4.09. Okay, and now we need to update our inventory, right? Because I end up selling 70 pounds of my regular coffee, right? I sold my regular coffee 75 pounds. Okay, and that cost me $121.15. So what should be my ending balance now in my regular coffee account? This time I sold my coffee.
We minus
Uh-huh.
the 121 from 362.
Uh-huh.
So we have 362.64 minus 121.15. We got 241.49.
Okay, now let's double check. Does that match my inventory worksheet? For 241.49. Good. Excellent. Okay. We got to update my Supreme coffee now because I end up selling 70 pounds. Okay, for a grand total of $127.96. So in this case, Now what is my account balance if I sold $127.96?
So we minus the 127 from 400, no, the 417 of, and we minus 120, correct?
127, yes.
Yes, 17.37 minus 127.96. We got 289.41.
289.41. Does that match my inventory worksheet? Yes, it does. 289.41. So that means good. We did everything good and correct. Okay? So I'm going to stop here because it's 9:50. We can go ahead and take our break now. So let's take 20-minute break.